Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Game 3 of Team Liquid versus Evo Geniuses of the G1 League Qualifiers. We are Beyond Summit, I am Luminous, he is Gods, and right now the two teams are tied up one apiece. Winner moves on, loser doesn't actually go home. Losers still get the chance to compete, but you don't really want to lose because you have to go do big loops, you have to beat a ton of other teams, and that is not the position you want to be in. Evil Geniuses open up both games with Lifestealer and Lone Druid banned. Let's see if they're going to continue the trend in this game 3. But Bat Rider and Magnus being banned out here. Two of the heroes that Team Liquid had big successes in their game 1 and game 2. But Gods, we're in the final game. All of these games are very, very intense and very, very hype.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts coming out of this game 3?
Well, as far as the draft goes, the big thing is the mag ban. Game 1, EG won with it. Game 2, it was Liquid winning with the mag. We're not going to see mag at all. EG are being put in a position where they kind of want to ban the Lifestealer again. Problem is it leaves Wisp in the pool, and I don't know if Liquid will give them Wisp again. Maybe they will, especially after that last game, which they actually managed to deal with the Wisp pretty well.
Again, I don't think Wisps are is the hero that's winning the game. Sure, he's giving the carry hero a lot more mobility. He's giving the hero a lot more farm, and actually adding a ton of farm as well because you're basically adding a Hyperstone on top of some damage reduction. So it's all nice and all, but to me, Demon is the X factor where he sets up the big team fights. When he gets off the Ravage, when he gets off the RP, they win. If they don't, then they lose. So I think controlling Demon is Team Liquid's game plan, and we'll see if that's going to be the guess. Is EG pulling an ice? Are they not banning anything here?
Maybe. I feel like they may as well save. Okay, they just took a long time to think about it. I figure it's one of those things where if you don't want to ban anything, you may as well save your extra time and just ban out like a sniper or something. Liquid actually go for a first pick Nyx Assassin, not straight into the Lifestealer. So I imagine EG want to grab it up.
Yeah,
with something else.
Lifestealer is definitely a decent hero to go up against Nyx Assassin since Rage basically ignores whatever Nyx Assassin could do, and you just go on him quickly and you get a free kill. On the same token though, Korok loves the solo mid Nyx Assassin, especially one that picks up a Orchid, and he could definitely get his fair share of Lifestealer kills himself. So we'll see if how the draft's going to go. There's going to be a Lifestealer picked up, and it's going to be a Keeper of Light.
Okay. Well, they don't let Fluff get his Keeper of Light 2 games in a row. TC decides actually to first pick Nyx Assassin over the Keeper of Light, which is interesting to see. And EG, I like these first two picks. I think this is a really strong. They can do lots of different things with the lanes. You have the potential for an offensive tri lane. You can just do a safe lane tri lane, and Liquid right off the bat get two heroes which are both pretty good against the Lifestealer. Weaver especially is very mobile. Clockwork, if you can keep him out and away using cogs, it's great. You just don't want to get trapped inside the cogs with him.
Yeah, I feel like all three of these heroes so far are fairly good against Keeper of Light as well. Nyx Assassin, of course, we've seen it many times before. You spike Carapace that Illuminate coming in, and Keeper of Light takes a ton of damage. Weaver with Swarms and Sakuchi, you could whittle down Keeper of Light. And Clockwork's just a decent kind of annoying hero to kind of slow down your push from a global range. They're not really kind of giving away what the strat could be either. I mean, it hides your draft very well. You go offensive tri-lane with the Weaver, you go solo top with the Weaver, and solo top with the Clockwork. It just leaves you a ton of room where you want to be at this draft.
Yeah, and it's like you say, these heroes good against both Lifestealer and Keeper of the Light. Something which I remember Liquid saying is whenever they used to give away Keeper of the Light back when Keeper of the Light was considered this like top tier, like the most top tier pick. And they'd give it away because they'd pick up this Clockwork counter. Great for catching him out at the backlands when he's trying to spam the Illuminate and sort of just wreak havoc in a team fight. EG grab up the Gyrocopter themselves this time around. So they've got the makings of this dual core strategy. You can have sort of Gyrocopter as a safe lane solo with an offensive tri lane. You can have Lifestealer just as an off laner and leave the support with Gyrocopter. You can even run Lifestealer in a 1v1 matchup as like a safe lane solo and do the offensive tri with the Gyrocopter. It's very, very versatile. Plenty of options for EG here.
Yeah, both teams doing a very good job hiding their picks, and Team Liquid is going to be banning out Storm Spirit, Puck, and Quap. Very, very highly likely because you're giving that Lifestealer basically a free Blink Dagger in terms of initiation with that Infest. And of course, one of I guess Demon's best role is to play that very annoying, pesky, hard to kill, but still a very good hero to be at correct places at the correct time. And I'm expecting those 3 bans coming out from Team Liquid.
Yeah, well, Storm Spirit makes total sense as a solo mid hero and also a hero who can synergize well with the Lifestealer, having those Infest bombs. There's a couple more bans, like you say. Most likely going to be looking at those solo mid heroes for Demon with these bans. Heroes like Puck, Queen of Pain still there, but Liquid themselves do need a solo mid, so if they want to grab one of those for themselves, we may be seeing it. And right now, Weaver's sort of their main carry, so I feel like they need a solo mid, which is something which Korok can sort of semi-carry with, which is the Queen of Pain, maybe the Puck, but I feel Queen of Pain fits in very well if you need that secondary source of damage, maybe even a TA.
Yeah, I mean, TA definitely one of Korok's more known heroes. Definitely could play it very well. Nyx Assassin could go mid as well. Let's not forget that. Although
Sure.
maybe playing as a support in this particular game, it doesn't matter which lane he's gonna go. I feel like he's gonna have a very, very decent impact. And you can see it right now. EG is basically banning out heroes to protect their life stealer. Perhaps the Shadow Demon's gonna get banned. Bane Elemental definitely getting banned himself. So what we've seen in the past, though, that life stealer and in my opinion, Gyrocopter have a little bit of difficulty carrying the entire game by himself. They always rely on a second semi-carry of some sort to back each other up, and that's the two is going to be the kind of 1-2 punch in this game. I wonder who Fear is going to be playing on. I imagine it's like going to be Lifestealer because he's very well versed at playing those kind of strength initiator, strength carries. But he could definitely play a good Gyro himself.
I think it depends a bit on the lanes. If they're going to have a sort of safe lane solo, that's probably Fear, whether it's Lifestealer or Gyrocopter. Maybe Bambo can go in actually, since he's the stand-in. If EG want to keep sort of their core members in that tri lane, if they're going offensive tri, you need that synergy there. Maybe it is going to be Fear on that. But we're going to see Brewmaster as well as Queen of Pain banned out. So no Queen of Pain for Korok. Can go for that TA still. It seems to be one of the strongest solo mids left in the pool, and it does do strong damage against the Lifestealer. You need physical damage to bring him down. TA can offer that.
Well, it does. He does. But also in the mid game, you're dealing with Blinding Light, and your Refraction defensively is not going to be too useful against the Rocket barrages coming out from Gyrocopter. So
Yeah.
it definitely has its plus and minuses. And I don't know. Team Liquid definitely has a ton of options. Beastmaster is an option, although haven't seen Team Liquid play too much of that. They definitely like to run their Windrunners sometimes, but it's going to be a good rubric. I think Fluff and stuff don't mind playing that a second time.
I think the main issue with the Beastmaster is they just lack damage. They need some more damage source coming from somewhere. Clockwork is an initiator. He's a good utility hero, but he doesn't offer much damage. Weaver, as a carry hero, does some DPS, but nowhere near enough to kill off heroes. They don't have any burst damage. They don't even really have any sort of good team fight damage, which is where you need... TA is not great for that either. It's more sort of that single target physical damage, so maybe even look more sort of like a team fight oriented solo mid.
Yep, for anybody that's joining us on broadcast, we're in Game 3 between Team Liquid and Evil Geniuses, both winning one game apiece. Don't be fooled by this little blue dot, green dot up on the top. The series is tied, and they're one away from being moving on. Undying is the pickup here, so Evil Geniuses basically telegraphing that, hey, we're going offensive. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, I guess so. I wonder even EG are considering going offensive. Keeper of the Light, Undying, with either Lifestealer or Gyrocopter is pretty damn strong. The thing is for EG, when you have both Gyrocopter and Lifestealer, if you're not running if you're not running a Gyrocopter solo mid, you almost have to run an offensive tri-lane because neither Lifestealer or Gyrocopter can go as a suicide solo. Lifestealer can kind of, but he doesn't do particularly well. So unless they're 100% sure Liquid are going to have a safe lane solo and offensive tri-lane, they don't have an off-lane hero, which means they have to go offensive tri-lane themselves, run a Lifestealer or Gyrocopter in the safe lane. So I think that's why they get something like an Undying, so they have a strong tri-laner.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this tri-lane is absolutely crazy because Keeper of Light as well as Undying could easily challenge any kind of pulls that Team Liquid could make if they have a defensive tri-lane. And whether it's Lifestealer or Gyrocopter, I expect it's going to be Lifestealer because that sets up the Illuminate. They have a great diving team, and you're going to get nuked down. So my question is Team Liquid going to basically say, all right, Weaver, you have the tower to protect you. They don't have any stuns in that tri-lane because you could easily Sakuchi away. I think maybe they're actually okay just by sending Weaver on the bot solo and then run an offensive tri-lane over their own.
Yeah, we'll see how Liquid look. Do you think Weaver could survive against that? But I think depending on who their solo mid is, Weaver needs to get some farm, and I think Liquid can actually do okay against the tri-lane versus tri-lane if they play things safe and passively, use pulls, look to just not make sure they don't give away any kills. Because once Weaver gets some levels, they can then look to turn that around. Keeper of the Light is it's pretty easy to kill down. There's actually no lockdown. There's no stuns from this EG tri-lane. So once Weaver hits level 3, level 4, gets a shorter cooldown on the I think that's where Liquid look to fight. And last pick, Shadow Fiend. How do they go about? I guess well,
Wow.
Shadow Fiend 100% mid.
I mean,
Okay,
against the Templar
Demon
assassin?
TA. That's hard for SF.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I mean, I don't know. Like generally, when we see Shadow Fiend nowadays, it's being ran on a safe lane, so it's gonna be somewhat tough. I hear a big yawn coming in from Gots. It's pretty late for us. Also, before we kind of introduce the players, I do want to give. Oh, wrong. I do want to give a big shout out to IG Dota as they are the first team
Yep.
being invited to TI3.
Big shout out. I thought it was a silent yawn. When I had headphones on, I couldn't tell.
We could all tell, man. We could all tell.
Oh, it's late. I've been going to sleep at normal times. I'm actually excited. It's just like one of those. I'm physically tired, but mentally pumped up.
All right, and let's get more mentally pump up as we're introducing players. E.g., Jo is going to be playing Lifestealer. Milk is going to be on Keeper of Light. Sexy Bamboo on Gyrocopter. Fear back to his 4-row on the Undying. Demon playing Templar Assassin. So, Fear carrying game 1, carrying game 2.
It could be a farming Undying, something EG have done in the past on occasion, but doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I think Gyrocopter Lifestealer, as well as Templar Assassin, is going to be getting it, the big bulk of the farm. Yep. Liquid is going to have TC on that Weaver. He's going up on the bot lane. Korok generally plays mid. Got pulled a little bit of tango here. Might be going mid on the Shadow Demon, or excuse me, Shadow Fiend. Ix Mike's going to be playing the Nyx Assassin, and of course that's going to leave Fluff and stuff on the Rubik. And last but not least, we're going to have Boba on the clock once again.
Yeah. So lane's going out. The 1v1 matchup at mid will be between TA and
Clock.
SF, I believe.
Clock.
No. Okay. I saw Korok with 2 pulled tangos and hadn't picked up the Wraith Band. It looked like it was going for a mid build, but they're going to switch things up, saying Clock mid. They really don't want SF versus TA.
I think they're doing offensive trialing here with the Shadow Fiend. This has got to be like the...
It's dual lanes even.
Well, I think Ix Mike's putting down that ward, and then he's getting the hell out of there.
The problem is, Nyx Assassin, not the best for an offensive trialing. You're not likely to get much XP. You can't really offer a whole lot, but I guess with a safe lane Lifestealer, maybe you can. And the beauty of this Radiant side is offensive trial you can actually pull.
Yep, you definitely
pull that big camp, so you can get some XP there.
Yeah, so and that's going to be somewhat annoying for that Lifestealer to deal with. And again, it's offensive trialing from EG, but sure, as powerful as this nuking trialing is, how do you actually get a kill against Weaver?
Yeah, he just wants to keep that creep wave at his tower. He's going to spot them out in just a second, maybe.
I mean...
Should do so. EG still don't know this is offensive trialing. They're probably expecting... Well, it looks like Nyx Assassin may stay bottom. Try to do some pulls here. No, he's leaving. He's getting the hell out of there. He sees this trialing and says, there's nothing I can do to help. Pull blocked off, and EG going to get frustrated quickly because they can't rotate their supports and go gank. Undying Keeper Light roaming, not going to happen.
They're very, very poor gankers themselves. The only...
look at this mid.
Wow.
Oh, he's not getting the mana burn off.
I mean, that's fine. Like, Demon is not getting any CSs off, so... Yeah, I think Boba would be fine with this. He's going to have...
Unfortunately, lane's pushing out, but...
But he's going to have his bottle right after this wave. Mana burn, look at this. Well, there goes all your refraction, guys. Good luck. Good luck in this lane. Boba's going to have... Basically, once he hits level 2 and 3, those cogs are going to be coming in relentlessly. Yeah, I don't know what exactly EG can be doing this game. I think maybe they're looking to do a little bit of rotation. Dueling mid. Coming in as... no, Keeper of Light's going to go all the way up top. So they're losing a ton of experience. And this early game where Korok is getting 0 pressure on him, yeah, he's getting souls.
I think Liquid are fine with this. They'll take at least the trialing versus trialing somewhat. I don't think they look to rotate themselves. The beauty of this is that EG just wasted time. They sent 3 heroes bottom. They're now walking all the way up top. They haven't started stacking. They haven't started killing neutrals. So for EG, that's a lot of wasted time. SF, he can't really stay top for too much longer. He may look to TP out. Okay.
He has a teleport scroll, and that's in fact, he will be going for this right now. Generally, when you're TP, you want to at least get a gank attempt off or go for a kill attempt, but right now everybody's so low level, and they don't really have reliable stuns. They're not going to get it, and TC is going to TP up top, so, well, you dodge your tri lanes. Well, we're going to dodge you back as well.
And Liquid come out ahead of that because they waste less time, they TP there, and they're not, I mean, sure, you have to spend the gold to TP, but they had that gold from the early game CS advantage by having the sort of the top lane, which had no problems. Weaver didn't have much farm at bottom, but hey, he's gonna be okay giving up that gold for sort of the early XP.
Now, Ferris maybe looking to walk all the way to bot lane. We do see Illusion being picked up by the Demon, so, I mean, not exactly the I guess the worst start that EG could ask for, but the tri lane's going to be very, very under level. They got to do a ton of pull. Melk's got to pull that level 1 camp, pull the high level camp, and start blasting to catch up in terms of EXP because I feel like they're losing multiple lanes at the right now.
Yeah, EG, not. I feel for EG, this is just a lot of wasted time, inefficient play. But it's not by any fault of this. It's just by Liquid sort of outthinking them with their lanes, and Liquid so far have done really well to ensure that Korok, regardless of the crazy aggressive heroes that EG have put together in their lineup, is getting farm.
Yeah, and I mean, you expect a lifesteal to get farm, and he picked up this Quelling Blade and a Stout Shield, so we'll get the farm. And now Shadow Fiend's on the bot lane. There's some dying. Maybe you can make that dive. He's just level 1. No, he is level 2 and does have a Tombstone. He could basically cut the trees with the Tombstone and just dive hard. But IX Mike, he's so annoying this game. Burning mana mid, burning mana bot. He could just walk up to Undying, burn his mana there as well.
Yeah. At this point, it's not going to do a whole lot. Undying is sitting on full mana, so he's still going to have mana for Decay, Tombstone, even after that mana burn. But maybe going to go for a bit of an initiation here. Korok actually starting to hit a bit harder now with some souls up to grabs. Does have 2 points in the Shadow Race, but they sort of trade blows of it this bottom lane. I think that's more due to the fact that Korok had plenty of regen. He'd been pulled 2 sets of Tango, so he's happy to trade blows here, considering EG, they're more star for regen.
Yeah, he's also hitting for like 90 damage, so I don't think he minds trading for like 50 for 90, so he should be okay. Up on the top lane here, TC still rising away. I mean, you don't expect this lane to stop him by any means, so I feel like the Weaver pick is, or the lack of Weaver counters is really, really hurting them at the laning stage right now because they can't get anything done, I feel like.
All 3 Liquid core heroes are getting decent CS. They're pretty much all, not free farming, but all getting farm.
Yep, Shadow Fiend leading the way with 19 and 14 denies. That's a ton of experience that the enemy is not getting. Boba back in the middle here, 16 CS. Demon right up there here with 17. So I imagine this is going to be a very, very tame opening as there shouldn't be any kills.
Well, bit of damage on the top to Jer, but he's not going to be too fast. He's actually out of HP regen. Well, he's got more just behind him from Mal. As he's going to have a salve passed over to him, but he's going to be missing CS under his tower because of the fact he has to salve up here. Bottom lane, EGR getting a bit more aggressive, but it's like you say, very tame opening from both teams.
Yeah, and I feel like this team opening favors the team with Shadow Fiend. We've definitely seen multiple times in the past where Shadow Fiend just snowballs out of control. Shadow Blade into Mask of Madness, and you pop out anywhere and everywhere to basically kill supports or push down towers, and it's actually very, very difficult to deal with, especially if you're down gold, to actually be able to kind of afford those detection to get a kill on Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, and I think the other reason it also favors Liquid, Shadow Fiend aside, Weaver in a very passive game means he can get some easy levels, and there's no real counters to him the later this goes. Sure, he's not going to be necessarily going for the sort of carry items, but how are they actually going to deal with him and kill him off in these team fights? Clockwork, another hero who's quite happy to have this passive early game start if he's getting farm.
So, I mean, 5 minutes and 25 minutes in, 5 minutes and 25 minutes, 5 minutes and 25 seconds in, we're going to see engagement. They're going to go on Fear, but the Rocket Barrage is going to drive everybody away. The Tombstone is going to start slowly building up. They double decay right now. The Sea Rays, no, it's going to be too short, and Fluff and Stuff is going to be dead. I feel like that was a heavy miscommunication. One said we'd go for fight, and the other said I can't go for fight because I'm being chased away. Double kill on Sexy Bamboo, and he does have Triangle Boots. Is he going to chase down Korok? No, he's not, but huge win. Man, I expected Team Liquid to win that laning phase, but they just threw away whatever small advantage they garnered so far.
They were winning laning states. That was just a big, big mistake. They thought they could kill Fear, but double decay and, well, the Tombstone. You don't fight into the Tombstone. That's the power of Undying, which Liquid have forgotten. It's probably been some time since they versus Hero. Bob are going to rotate with a hook shot, but doesn't actually latch on, and more unsuccessful plays and movement from Liquid.
Yeah, one of the rare misses that we've seen Boba so far in Game 3. I mean, he played a good clock in Game 2, so yeah, maybe a little bit of misunderstanding. But that Undying, I feel like that was maybe overestimating how quickly they kill. I think they needed Shadow Fiend to come in with raises, and it was a very, very good play by Sexy Bamboo to walk straight into the Shadow Fiend and basically zone him out with the Rocket Barrages.
Yeah, well, we will see Bulba actually do some harassing on Demon at the mid lane. Does force out a trap usage, but it's EG with the edge now, farming wise as well as with those couple of kills. So Liquid gonna have to. It's not really playing from behind anymore, but just need to sort of settle down, not give away any more. We are gonna have actually Korok initiate in bottom lane. Sexy Bamboo taking a lot of damage. There's no more races coming out, and Deer once again gonna drop the Tombstone. It looks like IX Mike could be dead in the bottom lane. There's no way of getting these zombies off. So EG gonna pick up their 3rd kill of the game, and Fierce still chasing. No, he's gonna retreat back.
Yeah, all three of these kills came from the defensive tri lane, so I'm just very, very confused of how this is actually happening. Diving on Dying Tombstone is not exactly a game-winning move right now.
Yeah, it seems to me it's just Liquid making some bad judgment calls with these engagements, and well, it definitely is when you're the one sort of giving away kills and you're the ones being aggressive. So Liquid just needs to settle down. They've got the Weaver still doing well at the top lane. He's gone actually for a phase boots build here. So additional, it's sort of mostly to help him with the last hitting early on, because you don't really need the mobility they offer, but it's very cheap, cost-effective damage.
Yeah, plus 24 damage. One of the okay damaging efficient item, and we definitely see in the past Weaver go things like phase into a Desolator of some sort. So looks like Undying trying to pretend that he's farming with Sexy Bambo backstabbing, and is he gonna get it? Call Down's gonna at least get the first slow. He's trying to walk out of it, and that's a dead Korok.
Yeah, Ix Mike can just stand there and watch. There he's going to TP him from Bulba, but he's too late to do anything about it. Has he been spotted yet? He has been now.
Yeah, and that's the second time that he's moving off the mid lane to make a gank. That's not going to work, but good thing for him is that Fluff and stuff is smoked on the mid lane, trying to get some EXP.
Yeah. Demon now gets some more Observer Wards sent to him from Fear. As it is going to be Fluff getting the XP at mid lane. Like you say, get himself close to level 6. Demon may see some rotations coming out from him soon, because he's left heading towards bottom lane where there's 3 heroes, and he wants some kills, because Radiant team, no Observer vision down bottom, and Demon going to walk right into Bulba.
Ooh, and Boba's going to take a ton of damage, but since he is clocked, he should be basically impervious to this while bonding. Well,
Yeah.
there's a ton of mana going down the drain. It looks like they're going to still try to chase. No.
Weaver Tall. Solo kill from TC.
Wow.
That's interesting. That was good for Liquid, not necessarily by any good play, but just by more chance. That Demon's rotation ran right into Clockwork, the one hero he can't kill. And also, well, Demon's teammates were nowhere in sight, but he's going to stay bottom. He's going to keep looking for Ix Mike as well as Korok. Ix Mike has no points in Carapace, and Tombstone under the tower. Korok, his TP's on cooldown. This could be problematic for him. Demon's just going to go in and look to finish off Korok. There's zombies on him. Korok down. Ix Mike takes a fall as well. 2 easy kills for EG, really, and EG just outplaying Liquid right now.
Yeah, 1-6 in the favor of EG. When I saw the first tri lane with Weaver basically going up against the tri lane and says, "Lo, you can't do anything to me," I don't expect EG to be leading 5 kills in about like 10 minutes of gameplay. And look at the go graph. It's going to be starting to plummet because they're going to get a tower on top of that. So EG looking pretty good here in the last game of our best of 3 series. Boba have the hookshot ready to go. He sees Milk. Probably wants Milk too.
Yeah, he's going back towards the mid lane. Can he find Malk though?
Well, he's just basically one rocket away and basically walking in position to get that kill, but...
Oh, Fluff almost level 6 as well, so he's chilling, getting some more XP and gold. As bottom lane though, EG, tier 1 tower, first tower of the game, 10 minutes in, so very early tower. Sexy Bambo already with drums, gonna have about 1k gold on top of this, depending if he or Demon gets it, and neither get. No, Demon got it. What am I talking about? Demon, 1300 gold, looking for, I imagine, for the fast blink dagger that we saw the other day when he was playing in the We Play Dota 2 tournament, and getting pretty close to that right now. We're gonna find a regen rune at bottom river.
And I guess, do you actually just straight up go into the Roshan pit right now? You have not Medallion, you have Maelstrike, which...
I don't think so. You don't. It's just TA you have, and I don't think it's maxed out. No, it's just level 2 melt.
Yeah.
You really need the level 4 melt.
I think I saw Illusion Rune. Maybe they could have used that to tank, unless I... Okay, maybe I'm just blind. Yeah.
I think it's just too early. With an illusion, like, I don't get EG could Roshan, it would just take a very long time when they're better off farming lanes. It'll be much more efficient for them.
Yep. On the bot lane here, Korok is still farming. We don't know what the item build particularly would be for him, but I imagine it is going to be Shadow Play. And the fact that you have a Shadow Fiend, that's going to be so hard to kill. Since he pushed so quickly, it's almost a nightmare for EG to play support against something like that. I know we're very far from that stage of the game, but it's something to keep back the back of your mind, as he's most likely to pick up that Shadow Play.
Yep. Fluff is going to get the level 6 at the top lane, so we will see some spell stills come in, and I guess maybe the Tombstone you're looking, or for an Illuminate, but there's not really too many juicy spells this game.
Yeah, I think EG is looking to basically rise up in terms of getting a ton of experience on the supports, and basically make them as useful as possible during the mid game, where Lifestealer, Templar Assassin, and Gyrocopter finishes the key items, and I think that's the time you make a big push.
Yeah, you can get, I mean, even if you want to sit back, get your Keeper Light and Mech, Tia's going to have a Blink Dagger if you wait not too long, and, well, Jo, he's farming well. Phase Boots looks like Armlet's on its way. So EG aren't in any big rush, but they can definitely find kills, find openings, get some more of these outer towers at the top and middle lane where there's still tier 1 standing. And Liquid are going to have to be very careful where they choose their fights. And there's your Magic Illusion rune if they do want to go for Roshan, but probably not right now.
Yeah, back in the middle here, Fluffins up, eats a trap, should be fine. Does still refraction. Yeah, very, very kind of slow opening. Very different from how the last 2 games went, where you know you're going to have a very explosive mid game by having heroes like Tiny as well as Sven. We're not going to have it, or at least not in those form, because Templar Assassin definitely could hold her own in terms of aggression.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. As Templars, it's the problem with this EG line. I'm sure they haven't got a whole lot of lockdown disables, which is their weakness, but they've got hard to kill heroes. We saw it at bottom lane. Liquid were the ones being aggressive, but every time EG would counter initiate, they're hard to kill. They're also really good at sort of counter initiating, and for Liquid, that's something they're going to have to be very wary of. And they're suddenly realizing they just can't be looking for these kills and getting too aggressive. And as a result, EG are getting a lot of space to farm. Jo can just sit back and farm at the top lane. Tia's got enough time to farm a Blink Dagger, and Liquid are finding themselves slightly behind.
Yeah, I mean, the goal graph is not looking back ever. It's just kind of slowly going the other direction. The early farm down a drain, and yeah, the ganks are coming in right now. Yeah. They will find themselves. Oh my god, Fluff and stuff. Well, I don't want to say he's dead, but he's dead. Maybe.
Is he?
Maybe Clock Cocoon's gonna come right now here. They're gonna focus on Demon. Tombstone gets dropped down immediately. Fluff and stuff comes in. Did he get the Tombstone? No, he's got the K. Well, Clockwork jumped in expecting a teammate, but Tombstone, perhaps the best carry here. 2 Clock.
Yeah, Tombstone's still doing tons of work. They've already lost Clock, but it looks like they may lose more fear. They're trying to keep himself alive. He's going to heal himself up once more. Weaver, though, has arrived, and this is the key here. This is the one hero for Liquid which can turn these fights around, but look how far Demon's diving. He's trying to find Fluff. He's got a Fade bot. He may just have to look to turn around and drop it. He drops the Sentry Ward as well, although it is Demon taking a fall regardless. Sexy Bambo trying to poke his head around the corner, not going to do so as he's on the run. So good turnaround from EG.
Yeah,
sorry, from Liquid.
This somewhat feels like the old mouse sport where they had Sing Sing, 1437 I think it was, having Bamboo Ward. Like, they just play so aggressive Dota, and sometimes when it works, it's very entertaining to watch. But when it doesn't, you just kind of make games very difficult for yourself. But at the end of that day, that was like a 2-for-2 exchange. So not really the biggest deal.
Was it 2? Did Liquid only lose 1, I think?
The score was 1-6, right, before team fight broke out, unless there was a kill that happened on the other lanes.
Okay. Yeah. I think it looks like both Bulba as well as Nyx Assassin died there.
Well, unless Boba dies solo mid to Templar,
yeah,
maybe.
Unlikely. Well, EG, now with the maxed out level 4 meld, they are going to go into the Roshan pit, but immediately scan it out. Swarm as well as Clockwork Rockets, and Liquid contests this. Are there sentries even for the dire side?
Radiant's top tower.
Doesn't look like it, and Malk's picked off already. Liquid or EG are going to be down. No. TC, he gets juked by Malky. Some nice sort of movement in the trees. TC would have loved that pick off, because right now TC can just do so much work, considering that there is no sentries on this side. He should just be looking to pick off Malky. Unfortunately, Rockets don't find Malk.
Yeah,
another Rocket Flare.
I also feel like Shadow Fiend should be a little bit more kind of offensive. Looks like, Blink coming in, and of course Feast Initiate. Boba's gonna survive, but here comes IX Mike. 3-4 main Pale. Calldown's gonna come through. That's gonna miss. Fluff and stuff spills. Calldown. He's gotta use it right now. That's gonna hit on everything. Shadow Fiend ultimate. Fear is gonna be low, not before he drops the Tombstone though. And now Shadow Fiend is gonna be focusing on the Tombstone. Jail's low. Does he have the arm to toggle? He doesn't. He just flat out dies. They kill the Tombstone as well. Fluff and stuff taking a ton of damage, but he's gonna go down eventually. Here comes Demon with those mail strikes. He got the slow. He's got the trap. Gotta prevent that blink. Fluff and stuff. He's got trap stolen. Can he lay a trap? He's low mana. He's got no mana. Korok's on the run. He tries his best, but didn't make out of there.
And Malk goes down to the Weaver. This is the key here for Liquid, which is winning them these fights. Weaver. He's gone for this fast phase drum build. His damage output and his utility in these fights is just incredible. And EG, without lockdown and without sentries, can't touch him. And at this point in the game, 16 minutes in, level 4 Shikuchi hurts. Combine that with his actual physical damage, and Weaver's a fantastic hero to have right now if you're Liquid, and the rest of the team is just sort of to set things up. Korok actually getting off a fantastic ultimate there with the Shadow Fiend, all things considered. So Liquid bounced back a little bit there.
Yeah, but they gotta make sure they defend these towers. Glyphicing a bit, right in the most opportune time. Hopefully they can force everybody back. Tombstone's gonna make them fight for this, And go for the deny. No, deny not going to be there. And now everybody... Clockwork's going to go in from nowhere. Sexy Bamboo. There's no sent back this game. No Chen here either. Call down's going to come through. Ice Mike's going to redirect all that call back through. And, well, it's hurting. Ice Mike's going to get exploded outwards. Fluffing stuff. Lifts up the TA. Tosses him back into 2. But, well, suddenly, EG comes right back.
Demon doing some big damage there, and his level 4 meld, if he finds those squishy supports, they will drop and drop fast. Weaver, TC, this is one spot which will cause him a lot of problems. The mana leak from the Keeper of the Light, so he's going to be forced back a bit. Has to hold his ground for a bit. Now he's going to just TP home, look to regroup. Up to 1100 gold, so maybe see him pick up something like a value booster, a vitality booster, or even look to sort of go towards a damage dealing item.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Demon, I wonder what he's going to be going for. He's got 2.7, could go for something like Yasha. That's definitely a very good adjustment. Drums is a very good item purchase as well, but we'll see.
Yep, Liquid smoked up around the mid lane, well, except for Korok, but he could even act as the bait here. Demon needs to be careful. Has got a blink dagger. IX Mike though. Oh! Ooh. Impale!
Misses Impale, misses a Vendetta hit, and the Bucks is on him right now, but I'm not sure if you get that kill. Chance. Teleport's gonna come in. They need to get Demon. They do, but here comes the dying.
The IX Mike's Impales. He's been fantastic on support until that moment, but TC's still chasing, poking around on Fear. Fear this time does have sentries, but it's a case where sure, sentries will help. I mean, I mentioned you need sentries, but even when you can see TC, can you actually kill him? Because you still haven't got the lockdown you need to kill a Weaver. Shikuchi gives you max movement speed, and time-lapse heals you up and negates a lot of damage and gets your mana back. So even with vision of him, doesn't solve all your problems.
Yeah, it really doesn't. He's so good at this particular lineup, and things like time-lapse doesn't really help when you try to nuke him down. He's just like, alright, I'll just time-lapse it back, and yeah, slowly pushing in.
Well, EG, sort of on the back foot here. We will see sort of IX Mike coming round from the side. Does get a couple heroes in the Impel. TC brings down the Gyrocopter in no time at all. This Central Ward does give vision of TC. J now on the chase. He wants IX Mike. Can he actually bring him down? IX Mike straight TP's out. He'll escape. No, he dies to the Undying. Looks like he barely died. That Demon now trying to do some work here. Korok does go for a nice ult. He needs to pop this BKB. He's got it, but he doesn't actually use it this fight. Physical damage looks like it would have brought him down anyways. And they even get the Weaver there. Nice bit of play. Weaver out of mana, it looks like, or just Shikuchi on cooldown.
I think Shikuchi might have been cooldown. Generally, I don't think you run out of mana that much on Darkseer after a certain stage. Of course, early game, yeah. you have definitely some big troubles.
Well, in the Roshan pit, this time should be uncontested. Fear, 3 HP. He'll be okay.
Yeah, this game...
I like Jerry's little Orchid pickup. This will help against, well,
not when that happens. Mel gets picked up here. They do get the Aegis, and that should be the end of the engagement. In fact, Boba, by himself, has got to be somewhat careful. In fact, they're going to go straight on him. Yeah, look at Boba. Just dies in 3-4 hits.
And Fluffy's coming to no man's land.
Well, they also try to toss Gyrocopter up the hill, but here comes Gyrocopter. I mean, yeah, they don't even care about him.
EG, they're looking to just sort of impose on the map now with this Blink Dagger, TA, right into Korok. Mid lane does immediately back off as Nyx Assassin was there in position to impale if need be.
Well, I mean, Team Liquid, they're down by 8 kills, a GoGraph 7,500 gold lead for EG. It doesn't feel like there was kind of big turn point of this game. It's just like they pick up 2 kills there and 2 more is the other one and knock down a tier 2 tower, something like that. And slowly they're creeping up there when, you know, the lead farmer is the Shadow Fiend on the Radiant side.
Yep. And with Shadow Fiend getting this farm, I mean, the later this goes, Liquid will be happy, but right now they've got some problems because EG are going to be looking to put on a lot of pressure when they've got an Aegis on TA. They've got some big item progression there, and they're also, as far as net worth goes, Lifestealer and TA are leading the charts here. Lifestealer with a completed Orchid now, TA getting very close to a Daedalus.
Yeah, and of course with the blink in from the TA, then you infest, and then you come out Orchid, and suddenly somebody's slowed, they're silenced, they're stunned, they can't do anything. It looks like they're going to try to do something here on the bottom here. Boba, oh, blink into the cogs, toss him back out into another cog, but looks like Boba's stunned, but looks like we do have 1 kill going onto the Templar Assassin immediately. IX Mike is dead. How much is EG going to lose? Just the 1, I believe.
Boba buys back. Do they want to try and fight this? There is a hookshot for Bulba. Demon already popped his Aegis, so 2 for an Aegis and also a buyback getting used in this tier 2 tower. Now going to start getting worked away on by EG. This tombstone just plays perfectly. Makes it Liquid, if they want to go in, they go into this tombstone. They can't really kill it from the low ground. That's going to be harder to bring down because of the mischance, and well, EG can look to jump.
Yeah, or to back off and... Yep, they do back off.
Trying to line up a hook.
Ooh,
It's not going to happen.
heard the sound.
Even if that hook hits, it's trouble. I don't know if that's a good play for Liquid. That would have been a very risky team fight.
Well, I guess maybe lucky for Boba to miss that hook, but...
Yeah. It would have been at least, I would say, even trades maybe. Because I imagine EG can hold their ground depending who he hooks, because TA can just blink in and kill Bulba. Jo, if he gets hooked, just rages and kills Bulba. So depending how the backup shows up and how the fight goes down, I think at best Liquid trade even there.
Yeah. Top lane Korok's still getting the farm. He's got his BKB for a long while, not the kind of the snowball control build that we do from time to time. But yeah, if you go Shadow Fiend first, you go Helm of Dom, right? Or do you... What is going to be next time choice? Yasha?
Normally Manta. Your very traditional, like, conservative SF build is your Treads, BKB, Manta, and then Butterfly, I guess. Oh, TC at top.
Oh.
There's your Orchid initiation from Jo. Don't know if he has enough damage here. Oh, time-lapse just. And Jo now going to pay the price.
Well, the big magic wand's going to allow him to survive. I think Jo should have clicked on the route, but back blinking in. Look at him trying to go balls deep on Demon. Okay.
These unnecessary kills EG giving away. They've got such a solid lead here. They don't need to be making these plays. I don't mind Geo going in for that kill, but he does pay for it. And Demon comes in, gives up his life, and possibly a tier 1 tower to the way of Liquid as well on top of this. Uh-oh. Is this another pick-off? Malk?
Yeah, they do.
Silence on Fluff, but he's already been lifted.
They need a hook shot. Calldown's going to come in from the other side. And TC...
Tombstone just going to get brought down as well. Liquid have no problem dealing with that Tombstone. TC... Time up's on cooldown, so he's going to have to sort of... He has no way of healing off this damage, so it goes back for the tier 1 tower.
I mean, it's such a low... Shouldn't be the biggest deal.
Well, it's more an issue. His time-lapse is back now, but he can't actually heal off that damage. Because it happened too long ago.
Well, Shadow Fiend back on a mid lane, 2,500 gold. Still farming away.
Yeah, Manta's going to be useful against Lifestealer and TA, just for having the illusion so they can't focus you down and getting out of... If Orchid does go on Korok for some chance.
Well, slowly Dire, despite the Radiant being farming, they're kind of maintaining a 10,000 gold lead. And
Wow, not bad.
yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly how EG's grabbing these gold lead. They're not locking down too many towers. I think one thing they've been doing very well is making sure that they're defending their towers, making sure that they don't lose any creeps to the tower, and, well, also...
Yeah, they're up by 2 towers. The main thing is, for Liquid, they've got 2 supports with nothing, and also a Clockwork with almost nothing. For EG, their 4 position hero, Undying, has a pipe. Their 4 position is more farm than the solo mid-clock. So
I mean, like, the levels of item differences is so inherently large. There's an Orchid Armlet, there's a Blink Chrysalis, there's a BKB Drums, and, well, there's a pipe on Fear.
EG don't even have their mech yet. Malk is starting to build it. There we go. No, they've got
the mech's finished, yeah. So, if the 2 teams actually clash right now in terms of straight-up team fight, the Radiant loses.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be somewhat hard, and here I think EG understands that as well. So like, you know what, we're gonna form mid, of course with the possibility of Templar Assassin TPing back in. He doesn't have one yet, but this is gonna. I'm not exactly sure how you
keep a recall.
This.
So
well, there you go.
Not happening yet, but it can happen. So TA quite happy to defend this bottom tier 1 tower. Make sure you don't give away any free gold and towers to Liquid at this point, which they'd love to get. And fully agree. EG aren't very low chance of them losing a team fight, which is why those kills they gave up earlier at top lane, also well, 2 kills and a tier 1 tower, and also buyback gold being used was just so unnecessary. Because if they're team fighting, they're so far ahead, they're just giving Liquid sort of opening to get back in this game. That illusion is not an opening, unfortunately, as Jo rages for it and not going to find anything.
Ooh, Boba looking for the hook. He's going to find Demon. Demon's kind of being the person they want to focus. He's very, very easily brought down because there's tons of damage to bring his shield down, but Calldown's going to hit on everybody. Sideblade's going to come through, and right now EG's getting a double kill. Uh-oh, Team Liquid. It's not looking too good, although we're very far away from calling this one a GG, but down by 10 kills and more than 10,000 gold.
Yeah, really hard to fight. Fluff tried to steal Tombstone there. Unfortunately, he got the Undying ultimate. As for Demon, I mean, he had that Ghost Scepter pickup, which helped him with the initiation. It means he could actually go in the TA, but they just didn't have the follow-up damage. If there was follow-up, everyone dies. Like, the follow-up is not going to work against a Lifestealer who can rage and heal himself back up. Mech as well as Pipe on EG's side just makes them nearly unkillable at this stage of the game.
Yeah, and I don't know. I have no idea how Team Liquid's gonna do anything. Would you see Gyrocopter going back in the top lane, working as Yasha, increasing his movement speed and attack speed? But meanwhile, Helm of Dominator being picked up on Shadow Fiend, so guess the Helm. It was Helm.
Yep. Nice little item on its own. I don't think we see full Satanic here, but the Helm of Dominator on its own is a great item.
Maybe he's still playing like that Gyrocopter game, because so far, very, very similar starting item builds.
He's looking to go do some ancient stacking with this creep there. It's in position, and either Butterfly or Manta at this point. Maybe even look just straight towards a Butterfly for Court, considering Lifestealer and TA doing a lot of damage, and probably not going for an MKB. I imagine at this point Bulba wants a BKB before he goes for any sort of an MKB, and Lifestealer, I guess, could go for an MKB, but it doesn't seem like the most likely next item choice for him.
I mean, I don't think Clockwork needs the BKB. He could cook in and Ghost Scepter, and that's his BKB, but you can't exactly Ghost Scepter all the time, so maybe not. Well, definitely quite a slow game here to kind of end the entire best of 3 series. Maybe both teams are playing somewhat passively because of there's so much on the line.
Yeah.
I don't feel like the draft kind of reflect that, but Demon playing rather well. It seems like every time he is, just the voice of God.
Demon's been doing really well in the mid lane lately, and it seems to be a role that, as flashy and like elusive as he was in the offlane. I mean, his offlane like was known, like his Bat Rider or whatever it was, for having all these sort of flashy, sparky plays, which at times were great, but mid lane he can actually make plays happen. In the off lane, he wanted to make plays happen, but it's not a position where he can do that. Off laners need to be just stable, consistent, and as efficient as possible, which for Demon, he wants to be like a playmaker, which at mid, he's doing fantastically.
Yeah, I mean, there was some ganks coming up on, I think Demons went down to the bot lane once or twice. I'm not exactly sure about that. Missed a couple ganks and definitely blinked in and died, but look at his items right now. Daedalus finish and 2.5k go in the bank and a haste, so you should be actively looking for some supports.
Yeah, Liquid, they're stuck in their own jungle farming right now. It's not really a whole lot else they can be doing. Trying to get as much map vision up as they can. Maybe I hope we see a gem on this dire side maybe soon, just to deny. Oh yeah, they've got the gem on the Undying, so they'll be looking to deny Liquid of as much vision and map control as possible using this.
So I think I asked this question about, I don't want to say 5 minutes ago, and it looks like we might see finally some little bit of action as there's infested into Templar Assassin. There's no action. Team Liquid backs off. I was asking you kind of this kind of very passive farm trade. Who does it favor more? I think we both agree on the Shadow Fiend. Now that, if we want to ask kind of the same question again, because not much change, right? It's free farming both sides, 30 minutes in, but Team Liquid down by 10 kills. Is this still favor towards the Shadow Fiend in the late game, or maybe this big lead is a little bit too difficult to overcome?
At this point, a farming game still favors EG, because EG are going to be farming more. They've got more security. They're just being more efficient because they know they're ahead. They have this item advantage, and they're going to look to sort of make a play happen. Like you said, they're smoked up. Lifestealer is infested in Demon at the mid lane, so he's quite nearby. He needs to get here soon. There's going to be a recall coming from Mount Bamboo, going to lead things off with a rocket barrage here. IX might. Doesn't need a pop a Carapace, and there's your blink in from Demon and Jero. They've gone on one. There's going to be a Manta out of the Orchid, so Orchid gets completely negated. Demon actually caught inside a cogs by Bulba near the bottom of this fight. Meanwhile, top of the fight, Weaver doing as much damage as possible. Will bring down Bamboo. Needs one more right click. Is he going to get it? No! He scurries away. He's going to be brought down. TC dies. He could have killed off Bamboo, but he tried to run instead, and EG capitalized on that.
Yeah, and let's see if they're going to be going to Roshan Pit. It's right there, but they're somewhat low. No, the illusion gets picked up. That could block for them, that could stop for them, whatever they want to do. No, looks like they don't need anything. Tons of damage output, the Orchid playing a big part of that, but Templar Assassin initiating like a champ. And, well, hard to kill him quick because of refraction and the fact that she could kill you quite quick herself.
Well, and another Aegis going with Demon, who I agree at this point is the hero you want having the Aegis, especially if he's avoiding that BKB, which I think is fine to do as a TA. Looks like he may have bought it just now. Yeah, he's bought his BKB now, but having the Aegis still going to be great on him since he's going to be the one looking to go very, very deep for those initiations. Often Jo will be infesting him, but Jo's not going to get focused down when he's got the Rage, and Jo now with a Basher of his own.
Yeah, I mean, Basher is an interesting one. I was also gonna say, are you gonna go for something kind of bigger, like a heart or assault?
Abyssal Blade is big.
Yeah, I guess so. It's definitely quite the investment, but yeah, Fluff is gonna be pushing in. What he basically wants to accomplish down here is, if no one's defending against him, he gets the tower. If one person defends him, they can kill them because you have blink, you have fest,
Yeah.
traps. Two or more people come in, then things gets a little bit more difficult.
Well, even though there's just two at bottom lane, they're pretty happy and confident to just keep on pushing. It's three heroes essentially. When you've got Demon with 2 lives, TC doesn't have to worry too much about being orchided and brought down, as he does have that Manta style. Last fight he did manage to Manta right off the bat.
Wow, 32 minutes in, guys. We're playing some good old European Dota.
There's been a decent amount of kills, but right now, I agree. Both teams are playing things slower, but it's still seeing our share of action. That last fight, EG did go looking for the openings here, and they're actually trying to bring down some towers here. Did they bring the TA top? There we go. TA's up top with the lifesteal, and EG gonna at least look for this tier 2 tower, and they'll take a fight if a fight comes to them.
Yeah, Melk actually putting himself very aggressive on one side of the flank. You see that demon waiting on the side, trying to get the blink in. It seems like every time they get a blink in with the TA, you do fairly well in team fight. He's gonna basically get the racks for free at this point. Just tank it up, wait for the next refresh, refract to come off, cool down, and they can even make a tier 2 push. But no, lifesteal's out of
Tower down. TC looking for a counter push at bottom lane, which at this point seems like the best way to play this. TP back at the last possible moment, try get the tier 1 tower, and then get back to defend the tier 3. Bulba trying to just stall by time by using these cogs, but EG can just walk around that.
Yeah, in fact, that's exactly what we'll do. Walk in, hit your racks, you're not going to defend it? Well,
Yeah.
we are not going to.
This is hard. Liquid initiating here is not going to be easy. Demon's just going to go for it. He decides there's going to be cooldowns on both sides. The red X marks the spots going absolutely everywhere. Korok has a BKB. He's going to pop it and bring down the lifesteal, which is a pretty big pickup for them. But Illuminate takes out 2. It's just Korok and Weaver left standing. And Korok, well, he's not standing for much longer.
Well, that is a closer
Weaver
team fight.
didn't even TP. Did he not? Did he cancel his TP or?
I think he might
No, he
have.
didn't have one. He just took the tier 1.
Well, top racks is going to get gone here as they focus down very easily. And EG, I want to say they're 1 racks away from making this impossible. They do
Yeah.
put the Undying back, and of course there's a pipe available, but I did not know. I did not know.
This is Raxton. This is probably a good game. Liquid, they've had a decent series, but this last game EG just got too far ahead, and some really just smart overall strategic play from all of them.
Yeah, it was just kind of the slow pushing thing. You get 1 kill, get 1 more kill, and then suddenly the whole team's in our base, and we're kind of dying. BKB gets pop here on both sides here. They're gonna get the Weaver in exchange of Demon getting a kill.
Bulba.
Yeah.
Bulba, can he do it? There's Pipe, there's Mech, and EG just still too unkillable. The standard Sexy Bamboos had a great game as well.
Yeah, Sexy Bamboo, in my opinion, had 2-3 really good plays, and of course, just really good overall, great performance. There's gonna be GG being called. Is that early GG called? No, never mind. It's,
Not at all.
I was gonna say, is Mel calling some offensive GG? Well, Team Liquid, they're losing this. They have lost this best of 3. They're not out of the tournament just yet, but definitely not in a position where they wish to be.
They go down to the loser bracket, and for EG, I mean, Bambo played a fantastic series, but Fear, as always, he's really just like the pillar of this EG team, playing carry in the first 2 games, a rock-solid stand in the first game. EG were behind in that first game. He was put under a lot of pressure, but he came up with a huge amount of farm in a short amount of time, and here playing the support Undying, he was what got EG off to that early lane with his sort of counter initiations in the bottom lane with some nice tombstone decays. So he's the MVP for me, but also big shout out to Bambo for some great play as a stand-in.
Yeah, I mean, Bambo playing well. Everybody's like, oh, Bambo, could beat us, get Bambo. I'm not sure if it's anything like that, but Bambo definitely playing very well.
Yeah, he has. And EG, well, they advanced the next round. They weren't even meant to be here to begin with.
It was
That's the other thing to mention.
Absolute legend to be taking their slot, but hey, I mean, definitely show they can hang with the big boys.
EG fans will be happy, as will fans of American Dota, as we get ourselves, some fans of American Dota will be happy as Liquid do take a fall, but everybody moves forward, just some people in the wrong direction. Liquid are advancing, just not in the right way. They're advancing backwards. They're going to go down to the loser brackets. EG, They go to the round 2 of the winner bracket. I believe they face the winner of Fnatic and KP there.
Yes, unfortunately, Fnatic versus KP, it should be happening like now, but I don't think it is. We'll double check and make sure to go back to you. But
It's not happening.
Okay, it's not happening. So I guess we're pretty much done. Thank you guys for kind of watching it. Any kind of final words from Gods?
Not much. Really good CEG, sort of looking to bounce back after, I mean, some criticism over the last months and whatnot about. I mean, they've changed their roles. They haven't been playing all the best, but they're looking solid. That's 2 wins over Liquid in a row. One in We Play now here in the G1 League. And as far as the rest of G1 League goes, keep an eye out follow us Beyond the Summit, Facebook, Twitter. We'll be announcing and letting you guys know when the rest of the schedule is announced. No future matches have been officially scheduled yet. But I think matches may be starting tomorrow. If not tomorrow, probably the day after. We'll be looking to get back in the swing of things and get this American and European Western qualifier properly underway.
All right. Hope you guys are enjoying it. And, well, we're going to be back tomorrow. The rebroadcast, I imagine, will start very soon. And, of course, these gods, I'm Luminous. We are done. Thank you guys for watching. And until next time, this is us signing off to you guys.